Okay, hopefully that worked. Um, Let me know how the quality is. I'll check the stream health here as well. But that should be good now. And I'm just going to change a thingy here. Cool, make this a part 2, just so people don't get confused. That's always bound to happen at the start of the stream, isn't it? Stuff not to work. All right, cool. Round 2, let's try again. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. All right, so we have 3 scripts here. We have the rotator script, which is just for this thing to rotate. The torrent script for the gun, I'm assuming, as well as the vehicle controller. So the thing I want to do is add things like fuel and maybe like I wonder if I can do the speed, how to get the speed of a car. That'd be cool to do. Those are the 2 things I think I need. I say, these are things I'd like to get accomplished. I'd like to get, hello Anonymous and hello Amir. For round 2 of this stream, let's try again. I want to try and get a speedometer working for the vehicle, so we know how fast it's going, as well as maybe ammo. And then I also want to get the gun shooting, at least calling a raycast or a collision of some sort. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's get to that. Also, this is, I'm just gonna have to create an empty game object and call this environment. Otherwise, these prisms are going to drive me insane. Environment. We'll put in the tower as well. And okay, that's a platform, so we'll also put that in the environment. Cool, cool, cool. And then we've got the buggy, and that can just be the player, basically. Yeah, I'm just going to double check the stream health. So far, so good. I think. He's hoping. He is hoping. I'm going to hit play on this quickly just to check. Okay, looks good. So, I'm going to create a canvas. Let's go here and create a canvas with a Text Mesh Pro and import the essentials. I had to... Cosmic Quake, good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. Do we do the examples for Text Mesh Pro? I don't think we do. So we are going to have this as a overlay, should be fine. It's usually we don't need to be that concerned about that right now. That's a fix for later. So let's go into 3D and get our text going. So here we have our speed. Speed text as well as our fuel. I think the fuel should be a bar though. I'm going to change that to be an image. UI, and then we want it to be a image. Fuel bar. Bring that down here. And do we have any? We kind of have default sprites. Let's see which one. That one's probably the most promising. Bring that out like so. Yeah, like that. But want to be a bit cooler and have it like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then this needs to be a, is it filled? I think it's filled. Yeah, but we want it to be horizontal, like so. Also, chat, feel free to ask any questions or engage. Yes. There we go. There we go. Okay, are we back? I think we're back. Bloody OBS, man. The inputs. They have this output timer thing that automatically stops the stream, which is the most frustrating, infuriating thing. Good. Amar looks better. That is very good to hear. I need to somehow disable that. I'm going to write that on my whiteboard. I got a whiteboard here. Do you want to see my whiteboard? You can't really see it. It's right there. But it's the most useful investment I've had in like years. This is a fantastic thing. So I'm going to write that down right now. So that when I finish the stream, I can figure out how the heck to stop this thing from happening. Output timer. OBS disable output timer. Written. It's down. It is what it is. Nothing can stop me. So let's go back to the game. I would recommend, especially if you do lots of note taking, if you're writing things down or trying to organize yourself, whiteboard. And this is just stuck on with like, you can get the plastic stick on, you know, the hooks that you can usually use. You can use one for Velcros and for picture frames. I just stuck a bunch of these onto there and it's fantastic. It's wonderful. I would highly recommend this whiteboard. So what we have here, we also want to be using Text Mesh Pro, and we have the I think it's, isn't it TMT text, speed text, and then we've got an then we have to using Unity, is it Engine UI? Yeah. Image, fuel, image. Okay. What's happening here? Family chat. Family chat's going off, everyone. Okay, so there are those things there. And then what we want to do is update speed from player and update fuel. Okay, so I think we'll update fuel from game manager, or the scene manager, really. So we're going to have another script, call it scene manager. And here we're going to have things like is paused, is game over, is won. What else do we want here? So we will also want float, that's fuel. That should be it. We might change, because I think what I want to have on the vehicle controller, because that's also, how's the input working? Are we using, okay, we're using the traditional axes. All right, cool. Okay, next thing is to go onto the World Wide Web. And we're going to Google Unity Cal. Yes, Dan, welcome back. I figured out the issue and I made a note to make sure that it never happens again, because it's not happening again. And really, yeah, man, typing with this big as microphone in your face, it's a pain. And we're going to do kilometers an hour. Because Dan, you're in the UK, you guys use kilometers. We both drive on the right or left side of the road. All right, let's bring this over here so you guys can have a little look-see. We'll bring it up here actually, because then I can just put it in the script. Did they draw? Is this new? Did they change how the forums work? Or is this it? I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this change. Okay, so if I just get the velocity. Oh, hello, Logan. Hello, welcome to the stream. Nominus, you be in America. Yeah, I know. I assumed that for most people. That really? So you drive on the left side, but then you use, because I knew you obviously you still with the British money and stuff. You still use a lot of the older ways. But interesting, for speed, you also use freedom units. Huh. That's so. The world's such an odd place, you know, because we always think that we're all globalized and we're all the same, but really we're not. Really we're not. Okay, so this is actually a good answer, but it says basically all we do is get the velocity magnitude of the rigid body to get the speed, multiply 3.64 kilometers per hour, which maybe we'll be fancy and we'll add both, but for now I'm going to add okay, chat, do I make it the speed kilometers per hour or miles? I'm going to give you guys a moment while I try to calculate this. Do we have any? These are all private. Okay. Next update. Okay, we're going to do a all right, chat, what are you saying? Whichever's easier. I agree. But I'm not going to see it. All right. I never thought that they use miles per hour because I feel like because I know, okay, the US uses miles per hour. Now I know the UK does, or yeah. Who else? Who else uses that? Because I feel like most of the world has obviously, we've all just transitioned to the metric system being like basically everything. It's only the more like older, because I know like when I grew up at school, a lot of the families, their like dads were farmers and stuff, and all the stuff was basically feet and inches for when they were farming. But yeah, we use kilometers per hour. So to get the speed, okay, where is this vehicle overlay on? Buggy. So we got a box collider and a rigid body. Fantastic. Okay, to make things just a little bit easier, I'm going to if I can type, I have to look down to type. Not usually, but when there's a microphone in my face, apparently I get nervous. Yeah, like miles per hour, I kind of know what's fast, but it's not until you put it in kilometers that I'm like, oh, okay, I get a very good reference for that. So we're going to want the speed. Private rigid body. We'll just do RB for rigid body. And when we start, the rigid body is going to be getting component of this and be rigid body. Great. And so to get the speed, let's get up that browser thing. So simply the speed is equal to velocity magnitude and they say to multiply it by 3.f. So that should be, since it's public, we should be able to see it on the script, yeah? Let's have a look. So Cosmic Quake, this is a challenge Dan's proposed to me of passing the project. So he's basically given me this project with stuff in it, and I'm making whatever I want and what I'm inspired to make. The thing that I'm thinking of right now is kind of like the last Halo missions in the Halo games where you have to, you know, go through the warthog as everything's exploding. Could be something else. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Man, I'll tell you what, you use Google to sign into something one time and you get 10 bajillion notifications, which is what I'm getting right now because I have to do it for OBS. What am I doing again? Speed, I'm getting the speed, okay. Let's just hide all of this to make it more easy. There's the speed. Now if I hit play, not moving, and then if we move, oh, duh, okay. This happens so much in programming. I'm not calling it in the update function, so let's just do that. There we go. Now let's hit play. And if we hit play, let it compile and have a look here. Okay. Oh. All right, we're getting a good speeding read. I'm trying to think now if I feel like because that's in fixed update, I want to see what happens if we just put it in the regular update. Because obviously that isn't giving us as clear of an indication of how fast we're going. Yeah, that's giving us a good. Then if we stop, what's this? A handbrake, yeah? Yeah. All right, cool. Fantastic. That is working for us. Now if we go into the UI overlay, so our speed text should equal kilometers an hour. And then we want to get the vehicle controller. I'm just going to get it from placing it there. All these need to be serialized. I prefer serialization than making things public. If they don't need to be public, I don't want to have to access them because otherwise I get really confused when scripting. So we want vehicle speed. Okay, that should work for that. Let's have a look. Go back into Unity. That's the canvas. What we need is to add the UI overlay. All right, have it on the canvas. Speed for that. The vehicle is that, and then we have the fuel bar for that. Now, if we hit play, the text should change, and that's in a. Okay, I knew this would happen. I completely forgot. I was making sure it was working. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I have to look up how to change decimals. So as Dan was saying, the thing with the other parts of the projects is that they made a game with no communication, but I thought it'd be cool or good to pass it back and forth a few times with communication. You know, in the form of commit notes and code comments, which I think is a really cool idea. Because that's the thing as well, especially with some of the stuff that like Blackthorn Prod and the other YouTubers have done, is that we've made some really cool things without really communicating. Like the first one that you did, Dan, with everyone else with the shopping cart and stuff, like that was awesome. And I think it shows the potential game developers have, like if that's without communicating properly, imagine what we could achieve if we all worked together. And I feel like the end goal is basically just a bunch of YouTubers collaborating to make a studio and then make this game. But I think people should make games together more often, because as we all know, making games by yourself is incredibly difficult and hard, and I would really appreciate if people worked on my game with me. But, you know, that's kind of, yeah. Oh, okay. That's right, we want to put to speed dot to string. There we go. Thank you, Anonymous, for stopping by. I'll be doing this each week. Probably posting this before I actually do go live. So if you can, that's fantastic. I understand it's very late or early, depending on what you do. But yeah, no, thank you for coming in and having a chat. I appreciate it. Have a good rest. Or have a good day. Hey, there we go. We've got speed going. Woo! All right. Fantastic. The only thing I'm going to change is the text positioning. And since I doubt that it's going to be... Actually, how do other games do it? If I go here and we go to like... Oh, is it Forza Horizon? Let's look at the screenshot. How do they... They just have the text at the bottom with a... I mean, it'd be awesome to make a dial, but I think that's a bit much for this communicating thing. For now, at least. Okay. So that's that. That's good. What I kind of want to do is auto generation. Generating a world. That is something a lot more intense. I don't think I get it all done tonight. I kind of want to do just small things. I kind of want to polish this a little bit, add some things in to make it, you know, a bit more apparent, and then I want to see what Dan does from there as well. I'm also curious, like, you know, in my head, I'm like, how is this going to be finished? It's like, well, actually, how else is going to be done by the end of the night than for me to give it off to Dan to do something? So I want to give fuel. I want there to be fuel. So we're also going to have, so in the game manager, game managers. And then scene management. This. And we start with 100 fuel. Thinking. Boy, how do we want this to? Just in the update that we are getting rid of fuel. I don't ask for deplete. Is it with an A? Okay, I did it right. I spelled it right the first time. We're going to say... let's start off with something super small. And then fuel we take away based on deplete amount. Cool. And then we go to the UI manager and we get the scene manager. And then we have fuel image dot. Let's just scroll through here to see the fill amount is equal to scene manager dot fuel. All right, now let's just make sure everything is correctly assigned. The environment, okay, we just need the scene manager here. And it's 0. Is that correct? Am I correct in saying that? How much fuel do we have? Oh, we're getting rid of so much fuel a second. Okay, that's doing it every update. We should do it in the time frame. Oh, that's right. I need to do time dot delta time. Cronus, you want to find out how Coco Loco is coming along? It's coming along very well. So, I'm just trying to do some math here. Yeah, no, we'll see how this works. Coming along very well. I'm actually building a lot of tools around making the game. Because there's going to be customization in terms of what players have as their like furniture and stuff. I'm building like a table manager and a seat manager. So as well, instead of having to specifically place game objects in a scene that I hand place, I basically place in like a game object, and then it calculates the table position and then how many chairs I want. So I can easily just like say I want 3 chairs here, and then it'll put 3 chairs there. Doing stuff like that. And then doing some polish on like the character model and that, animations. It's coming along really well. I would do an update, but I just want to keep working on it. Like I'm having so much fun working on that game that I don't ever actually want to. Yeah, that makes sense. How do you count down again? I'm trying to remember this math. So if we've got fuel, Cosmic Quake, you're exactly right. The next person that gets this game project, who knows? Who knows what they will have? I'm just going to Google this quickly because it's I know it's a math thing. I don't like this new Unity answers. Do you all see this? This doesn't even fit on my screen properly. Like, what is this? What is this empty space here? I don't want this empty space. Oh, and you're doing some weird thing here where I scroll? No. Why is that? Do you all see that? Why is this scroll bar? I've already got a scroll bar right here. They just added 2 scroll bars. I see. I did the math wrong, I think, maybe. Times time dot delta time. Well, Krennis, you should list out because I'll be having playtests hopefully in a few. I don't know, actually. I'm not going to promise anything. Not going to promise a thing. All right, start coroutine. That's just coroutine stuff. We don't want that. I mean, maybe we do. Maybe we do want coroutine stuff, don't we, Dan? We like having headaches sometimes. Dan, thank you. We might need to have a call about that. Because, yeah. That one I want to make commercial, and before we commit to anything, we need to have a discussion. But it would be very cool to have someone to work with on that. As you can see, I'm a very competent developer who knows how to deplete fuel each second using the update function. I could probably use fixed update, but I mean, I did the exact same thing for the last. Should be working. Why is that not? 100F. We've got like nothing here. We'll do an if statement of if fuel is greater than 0. Deplete the fuel. I'm reluctant to use ChatGPT, but I might need to for this one just to get some quick math and not scrape through forums and forums. See, it like instantly does. Oh wait, hold on. Hola. Okay, if we go dot 0001, fuel is okay. We'll do .05. Maybe it just wasn't set in the inspector. Yeah, okay. Don't worry everyone, my code was right to begin with. I just didn't set it properly in the inspector. That's never happened before in my life. Oh man, when you get speed on here, this is fun. Woo! So Amir, what I've learned to do is to skim read very, very quickly and also look at dates a lot. And so for example, with Unity, I know anything from like 2018 and backwards, especially if it's something like engine specific, like the way that the engine renders things like with URP or you know, nav mesh, stuff that's very like they've updated things or there were quirks during that time period. don't pay attention to it. I look at the newer stuff. Or if it's something simple like this, like, you know, getting the depleting fuel, I look at anything that's like ancient and old because I know it's just going to work if it's still up and it's still getting recommended to me. I mean, it's just a matter of skill basically, and learning to try and copy things and paste things and see what worked and see what didn't. And yeah, a lot of forum learning in the sense of you're trying to learn how to do things through forums is just so much trial and error and combing through all the information. And like sometimes I'll go and search things and I just can't find a fix for or find the thing I'm looking for in terms of forums. And so I just, yeah, it's just a skill you learn. It's much like studying in a sense of, you know, you need to take in all the information, but also learn how to like use the information you've learned in a like test or essay environment. So it's the same thing there where it's like, okay, you might not tell me everything that makes things work, but maybe, for example, oh, that's fun. Oh, it's just fun playing around with this. For example, if I was looking for a, oh, okay, oh, I kind of want to put a hook on this. I don't know. I don't know a good example to really share with you, but if you, for example, read a forum, the things that you're trying to do aren't working, but certain things in the forum they mention you haven't heard of before. Maybe you're trying to get, like, for example, here the fuel going down, but it doesn't feel like it's going down, and you can't get it to work. But people are talking about like enums or enumerators and whatever. Then you can start Googling stuff about that, learn how it works, and maybe you can figure out on your own how to do the thing that you're doing. Or you can figure out, you know, why is my enum not going down? And then, yeah, maybe you'll find something in that. And that, hopefully that helps, or that made sense. Or whether that was just rambly Nathan. Okay, so another thing I'm thinking of driving around here is that this is really fun just to like launch off, like book it and launch. And I kind of want to make a little, I mean, again, this is, I don't know if I have time for this tonight, but I would love to build a bunch of jumps that you have to jump onto and then shoot like stuff like mid-air and do donuts and run around and chase things. So less trying to escape, but more trying to, you know, go around and you know, imagine like a traditional arcade like arcade shooter, but you're in a buggy. Yeah, Dan, I'm the same when it comes to Chat GPT. Look, I'll show you. I mean, let me just do it on this screen in case I need to sign in. But yeah, I use ChatGPT a lot to look at my code, especially when I'm tired. Just be like, hey, what's the issue? And you can tell when it lies to you because it'll say things and like, that's not true. But I use ChatGPT a lot, like a lot. This is all of the past 30 days. And a lot of the stuff is like, I'll talk about one thing and then another thing and then another thing in one conversation. So like this is all, you know, one thing for one night, and then I might do something else. Unreal, yeah, that's one of the things that kind of turned me away from using Unreal back in the day, is because the forums couldn't learn anything. Unity forums saved my bacon. Cosmic Quake. I would then, okay, if you ask me, I want to get, or what game engine should I use, or what would I recommend? I would ask, what kind of developer do you want to be? Do you want to be a solo developer? Do you want to work for a big company? Are there any dream jobs that you want or have? Tell me those things, and then I'll tell you what engine that you should probably start learning. So respond to me with that, and then I'll probably give you some more advice on where to go from there. What were we doing? We were... I've completely forgotten now. Canvas, all that stuff's set, isn't it? See manager. Okay, let's just see if the fuel bar goes down at all. The fill amount. It's not going down. So let's see why that's the case. Because 100. We needed to divide by 100. Let's see. Let's go into debug mode. Debug. And we don't show anything there because that's that. But the fuel is going down here, but the fuel bar is also going down very slowly. Which is I mean, it's a little bit too slow for my liking. Let's make things a little bit more intense, shall we? Let's get out of debug. And let's go every 0.1. Yeah, there we go. Now if we go to the fuel bar. Yeah, it's depleting real good now. Not really though, is it? We need to put it up even more. Let's go to 0.85. Oh, it didn't do it. 0.85. We'd also kind of want to do it for it to deplete if we're moving, won't we? Okay, let's try and do that as well. Based it on speed? Oh, that's good too. Okay, we'll base it on the speed as well as whether the... Oh, based on this. Okay, I see what you're saying. Should I just put it in the... I just put it in the vehicle controller, hey. And we like 8.5. So we don't need to serialize that anymore. So Cosmic, okay, so you want to be an indie. Next question. Can you give me explanations on types of games that you want to make? Genres, 3D, 2D, mobile, desktop, console, stuff like that. What games you want to make? What I said, was it handle fuel? I think it was handle fuel, yeah. Handle fuel. Thank you, Huddy. Good morning. Thank you for dropping by. I'm making a game with Dan. We're passing the project around. and see what happens in the end. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm excited to see. Okay, so if the fuel is greater than 0, then we want to deplete the fuel. Okay. Deplete fuel based on speed. Nah, okay. ChatGPT it is. I have a Unity Project C# script where fuel is deducted a certain amount over time. How do I make it so that more fuel is depleted depending on speed? Oh, sorry, I didn't give him what I wanted. Depleted amount by the speed. Just add speed, do you reckon? I think it might be too much, so I might end up having to divide it by something. Now, we also need to change this to because here's the thing, Cosmic, I know you're saying, you know, you want a beginner start with 2D, eventually go to 3D. So every project you can start off basically making whatever you need to. Where you're going to have more bottlenecks and troubles is when you start to advance and what you want to advance into. Now, if you're very much starting out and you have no idea what your future holds, I would suggest downloading GameMaker, Godot, Unreal Engine, Unity, giving them all a try, following all the tutorials you can, and whatever sticks with you, whatever you lean towards the most, go with that and just do that. If you want to do eventually console stuff, realistic graphics, high-end, third-person, you know, first-person shooter, beautiful landscapes, AAA sort of stuff, Unreal Engine. If you want to go for something a little bit more lightweight, maybe mobile, maybe when it comes to development, you want to iterate a bit faster, you don't want to wait a lot for compile times, you want something, but you still want something that's like lots of support, you know, the resources you need, then I would still suggest to go to Unity. If you're someone who definitely wants to, but even then, I would also suggest maybe trying out Godot, because I feel like Godot is going to grow a lot in the next couple of years. And if you're a developer now who knows how to use Godot, in the next 10 years, you will probably be getting hired by people, and you're also at the forefront of this engine. Yeah. Or maybe just GameMaker or something else just speaks to you more, and you can make stuff in those engines quite easily as well. So that's kind of it also depends on what you can run right now. Like if you've got a beefy computer, then you can try all of them. It just really does depend on your strengths and weaknesses and what you want to make in the end. That's why I probably end up switching to Unreal, is because the stuff I want to make is very Unreal supported. And there's things that Unreal has, for example, like grant funding. There's other things, you know, Unity is making interesting decisions with a lot of their business strategies that developers aren't happy with because it's not focusing on the developers, but that's because the developers aren't giving them enough money to actually run as a business. So they have to find other outlets to make money. That's why they go to like AI services or work in like architecture and stuff like that. Whereas Unreal has a lot of money and a lot of experience being a game engine, and so they know how to be a game engine. There's still quirks, but there's at least people out there who can like talk to you about resources and how to. You can find people and contacts and network that would actually help you out with that. Game makers are a lot more easier to make 2D stuff. I know some indie game developers, they just use Game Maker because they make platformers or 2D top-down games that are just really satisfying to play. Game Maker does the job. They already paid for a license. They're comfortable with it. It does what it needs them to do. Like, there's no point learning anything else because you already have what you need. Godot, if you like something lightweight, which Godot very much is, and you want something that's new and interesting, really gives you a lot to build off as a grounding work. So if you want, the one thing I understand with Godot is that if you want fancy graphics, there's a limit before you have to start doing it yourself. But at the same time, it is all free, open source. You can look at everything in Godot and recompile it yourself with the changes that you want to make. You can't do that with other engines, technically or legally or stuff like that. Okay, I made some changes. Let's see in the inspector stuff here. Scene manager doesn't need anything. Canvas has that stuff. Whether or not the speed of this affects the fuel. Oh yeah, I got a lot. We're gonna be out of fuel soon, and we're out of fuel. So let's go back to the vehicle controller, and I'm going to divide this by what, 25. That's just a nice number that sounds good. If anyone else has any other number suggestions. $25. Okay, I'm curious. Let's get up to see how fast we can go. Yeah. 25, do you all think that looks good? I think that's depleting a fair amount. Oh, maybe I should, but now I can't break. I can't break. Time is like, let's divide it by 50. And also apply braking, handle motor. Handle steering, good input. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. There's a braking bug? All right, good to know. Good to know. Maybe we'll make that into a feature, hey? When you go a certain amount, we'll just have like a... Can't brake. It just explodes if you go too fast. Yeah. I also want to see... Okay, so if I go fast... Let's deplete this fuel, shall we? Oh, not like that. We'll go around. We'll go nice and fast. Whee! Get some good... Oh, I also noticed... I didn't even... There's little things I don't recognize because I, you're just used to playing games. But it zooms in and out depending on how fast you're going. That's really cool, Dan. That's really cool. I'm guessing that's part of the tutorial, maybe. All right. Oh yeah, parachute. That's a cool idea. Kind of like Mario Kart. Oh, Dan, what if I added multiplayer? What if we made this multiplayer? I'm just saying, then we could get viewers to play this game and we can make it really absurd and fun. I like that idea. I'm not a fan of making multiplayer games because that's hard, but you know, Unity's new networking system, hey? And we're still moving despite that. Okay. Never mind. We'll get rid of that for now. I'll sort that out for another time, hey? And now... Oh, out of the box Cinema Machine does that? Good old Cinema Machine. Well, one of the best things Unity's ever made. Okay, so playing this, I think the next thing I want is explosions. I can import my own assets. Yeah, Dan, that's what we're doing, right? Because I just want to go to the... I mean, it's fine if you don't want to do this because, you know, I may have bought it or not. I actually have no idea. But if I go to... through my package manager. Yeah, Dan, I mean, this is the time to do multiplayer. I mean, I've got hardly... The last experience I have multiplayer was 2015, 2014. A long time ago. A long time ago. Like, that was all... I didn't even think I used Unity's thing. I think I used Unet or something like that. Do we not have any... Unity, what are you doing? Do I just have to go to the store? Probably I do. Look at all the assets I already own. And let's just do particles. Or I guess I could just look at my assets. My assets. And particle. Yeah, I mean, these are probably all my poor person assets I had growing up. I mean, I probably just use legacy particle effects. Just because I think it would be fun to have like a... Let's see if Unity has any...
Unity's content team have been busy updating, upgrading, and uploading a platter of particles and effects for your
flamethrower stuff, fire stuff.
onto the gallery of blinding flamethrower.
Oh yeah, we got explosions. Yep. And it's Unity, so it's fine. It's fine. Fetching assets. Oh, let's update it. Yes. Releases. When was the last update? March this year. Shows you how often I've used this. Okay, let's import. And then I should probably also open the actual script that does all this stuff because... Okay, before I... let's just see what happens. I didn't do anything for the packages, so let's see if it works. If not, I can just delete the folders, that's fine. See, if this is Unreal, it'd take 2 hours and I'd go get a drink and come back. But because it's Unity, it's just a little bit faster. Okay, let's go to the particles via prefabs. Let's see if any of them work. Tiny explosion. Okay, cool, that works. That's too tiny though. What's a plasma explosion? Oh, massive. Doesn't do anything. Medium, fireball. No. Energy explosion. That's cool, but big explosion. Yeah, if only we could fix those purple. If we go to... Is this running URP or is this standard? Oh, are we on standard? There's just things I haven't checked. Is it the project settings that you can see? Oh no, we're using URP. Okay, good. Where the heck is the update to stuff to URP? Have they changed it in this version? Because it used to be like around here. Convert selected. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I have to find all the explosion materials. Let's just go to all our materials, hey? Oh, that one looked like it was promising. Oh, we've got some loading screens here. I feel like I should... Let's just go with explosion first, hey? Because it used to be like you could update the whole project. I'm pretty sure maybe there's... Smoke trail, okay. Smoke. Smoke. Dark. Proceed. I mean, we're going to have to fix that, but... Additive. Ah, there we go. And then what's this one? Debris. Particle. Hey, there we go. We've got a cool explosion now. Nice. Now, if we hit play, I just want to make sure it doesn't loop. Because if it does loop... Yeah, it does loop. Okay, we've got to fix that. Mission. Stopping action. Destroy. Let's see if this works. Explosion. Still exploding. Turn off looping. All right, anyways, let's stop getting distracted and go to buggy. Vehicle controller, okay. The turret. Let's see what the turret has in store for us. Oh, okay. So it hits, well, it follows the camera, right. Okay. If it's something. I have to think. It's been a while since working with the older input system now. I want to make sure that I'm not. If input.get mouse button 0 button down, I'll just get mouse button 0 debug.log bang. All right, let's see if this works. Well then, Dan, because I hate going from the old input system to the new input system, I'll let you do it because I too, I'm too lazy to do that. Not too lazy. It's just a pain, you know? We're getting pews. Let's see. Oh, we're getting bangs. Bang, 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 bang. All right. Let's get mouse button up. Oh, I have no idea. We'll leave it as down for now. And then we're gonna have public bullet impact, and I know that we should have it as a game object. So let's instantiate bullet impact on target direction, and isn't it like Quantonian Euler? I was doing this the other night with the Unity assets. And look, I'll be honest, if you don't do it in your next turn, then I'll do it. We'll have that rule, okay? That'll be a rule. If you don't do it, then I don't do it. And then you don't do it, then I'll do it. And vice versa. So if I don't do it and then you don't do it, then I'll do it. I think that's the way that we do it. For now, look, I won't be too concerned about the way with the Quantonians. Direction. Normalized? Nope. Let's just go through square magnitude. Nope. Direction. Ray hit. Oh man. I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT. Finish this section so that the bullet impacts on the ray hit and has a direction based on the world position. finish this segment of this script. Ah, why does it always do that? I hold down. Also, I have not sent you that many messages. What do you complain about ChatGPT? Let's have a little bit of a sippy sip. Hit point, that's right. So, just to try to get it into my memory, we've got vector 3, bullet direction equals hit point, turret gun dot position, and bullet direction normalized. With a capital N. Normalize. Okay, and then we have the hit point, quaternion, or lock rotation, and then the bullet direction, and I think that's all of it. Great. Let's see if this works. So with the buggy, we want the turret, and we want to give it a explosion. A big explosion. Sorry, let me correct myself and say that. Big explosion. All right, this could end very well or very awfully. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, very awfully. Yep. It always just... Is that with the raycast though? Do we need to... We go to the buggy. Let's just do that. Buggy layer. Ignore raycast. Yes, change children. Oh, also we get like a bajillion explosions. Woo! 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 Okay. So. That's really cool that this is written in ChatGPT. Let's do some to-dos for you. To-do. Stop this from instantiating near vehicle. Try to think of any other things that... Okay. Actually, can we see the raycast? Do we have a debug log? Add a debug or draw to see the ray in the editor. Alrighty. What color did we have it as? Red. This is going to be a bit tricky. Okay, we might need to go into this. No, this one. There we go. Wireframe. I mean, obviously the raycast is working because the the torrent is looking at the specific areas in the scene. So it must be my fault. Hold on, I think I miswrote something. I did. I made that an equals when it should have been a minus. And now it works. Oh, awesome. Yeah, now we've got stuff going. When are we gonna lag out? When's the stream gonna crash? Let's check our stats. We're getting 45 frames a second. That's not small enough. Come on, bring us down. Or come on, turn back around, we'll get more. Yeah. Ooh, 25 frames. Oh man, we're on a switch port now. Man, we're still getting solid 30 frames. I mean, maybe if we go out this way and then turn back around, I reckon we'll get a... Oh, there we go. Yeah, 18 frames. Yeah. Nice. That's fun. So, I mean, I just managed to get it so that when we shoot a certain spot, an explosion happens. Now, one of the things that we do need to do is fix the... Okay. I kind of want to give Dan problems though, because it's kind of fun to watch people struggle to figure things out. You can do the same to me if you want, Dan, if that's something that you're kind enough to do. But I think, okay, what I want to do is look at sci-fi world. Let's have a look at some of the models. Yeah. There are so many models, aren't there? Oh boy. So many models. There are too many models. There are too many models. I think we need some more game features. Oh, I wonder if I can... There's a fuel thing, isn't there? Fuel. That looks like not a fuel container, but you know, we'll settle for it. Look, it's 9 o'clock now for me, which might not be late for some of you, but I have things. And I think I've actually substantially helped Dan make something very exciting and fun. I would have liked to change a few more things to make things a bit more interesting, and I think maybe next time I will add, maybe I'll do some genre mixing. Hey, we'll add a point and click adventure type thing, or some sort of weird, who knows what. But I'm happy with what we've got so far. Dan's given me a very basic scene with a car controller, a little buggy, and a turret that can look and move. And I've added fuel and speed and explosions. Oh, yep, this is what we want. Yeah. We'll change that to button down. Make life just a little bit easier. Yep. There we go. All that's left to do is have, okay, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. How do I make a particle destroy itself? Itself while using a script. Select the particle system in the editor. In the inspector window, locate the selection duration or main. Okay. Explosion. Actually, if I go time, that'll be easier. Okay. Go to, come back. Okay, we'll do this one last little bit. So, duration or main. What's the next bit? Select the duration property. System finishes playing for duration, it will automatically destroy itself. This approach. But it's not. Oh, can you? I didn't know that. Lifetime. Okay. We'll just add instantiate hit point. Okay. How do I add lifetime to this? I mean, I know you can do it within the particle system. Because I've done it before. Mission renderer. Cast shadows, yeah. Yeah. Destroy. Ah, okay. I will. The particle system the particles in the renderer tab, render mode. Huh? Auto destruct. Does anyone see auto destruct? Well, there's a lifetime thing. Lifetime rotation. Age. Oh, I don't know what that did. Let's ask Unity. But oh, wait. That had the inspector there. Stop action. Yeah, that's what I thought I had before. Stop action. None. Destroy. Now let's see what happens. Nothing happened. Oh, because it's looping. Loop. Yep. Still left. That's also true, Dan. There is that way of doing it. I'm going to spend another 2 minutes looking to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to have... Really? Everyone uses script? Everyone is using a script, even though there should be a way to destroy it. That's dumb. All right, we'll just do a script then. And then we'll do destroy particle after 2. Let's do it that way. Yep. All right, cool. Emo frantic clicking. That's pretty fun. Oh, the one thing I do want to add as well is like the tire streaks. All right, is there anything else I can add super duper quickly? Trying to think if there's anything else I can add. That's basically it. That's all I've got for tonight. That is all I have. Everything else I kind of want to spend, I would want to do another sitting session with, but I want to send this off to Dan to see what he can do. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you everyone who's been watching. I will bring up OBS so that I can transition back to my regular camera. Any of those who are still watching, if you're lurking and stuff, feel free to say hello while I save this. And we're also going to push this so that Dan can have a look at it. So, where's the button here? Here's what we want. All right, so I'm going to title this Explosions and Car UI. added UI text for car speed. Sir Sith, hello, hello, good friend. I'm just committing a game project. Have you been lurking, or you just come to say hello? So added image bar for fuel amount. Added explosion particles when firing turret. Added scene manager for future features question mark. I think that was it. Let's have a look through here. Oh yeah. Oh. Added Unity particle asset. So we got overlay vehicle controller. Got a whole bunch of, oh yeah. Let's go through the assets as well, because I like to be like a good get dev. Added asset. Added Unity package assets. Added, yeah. Also, Dan, I'm interested. When are you going to be publishing your videos? How are you going to be doing your side of things? You're making a video. You're going to just collect them all, aren't you, into one big long video? I'm guessing that would make the most amount of sense. So we added TextMesh Pro asset, added Unity particles, added UI for the car speed, image bar for fuel amount, added explosion particles when firing the turret, added a scene manager for future features. Yeah, that makes most sense. That'll make the best video too as well, I think, just seeing the progress as per usual. Have you live streamed much before, Dan? Because I feel like I haven't been awake for any of them if you have. Because I've done this now and I'm very tired. Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I'd do a full collated video for sure. Added scene manager for future features. So the scene manager, Dan, just so you know, is meant to be like not like a loading scene manager, but kind of all the instances of, you know what? You can make whatever you want it because it's a scene manager and it's completely empty now. Yep, as you've probably seen in this stream as well, I forget to talk as a little bit. It's a skill to make games and live stream. It's also a skill to make games and make videos, but doing both at the same time, that's a whole different bag of worms, can of worms. Okay, I'm going to commit this to the main. Committing. We've got lots of things to commit because I added different assets. All right, I'm now pushing. See, Dan, that's what I want though. I want 1,000 people watching my live streams, watching me debug slowly and correct me as I make mistakes. That's what I enjoy about making YouTube videos about game development. But for me, like I'm doing live streams two purposes. One, I don't have the energy or time to edit videos. I've edited like 5 or 6 videos now. I haven't polished them enough to like release them. I've got one on programming that I did with my computer science friend that's awesome. Also, I've got like interviews, like your interview, and I Heart Game Dev's interview, and a few other people. But I just and live streaming, it gives me the hours that I need, because I wonder if I can share. Oh, anyway, it's pushing. We're gonna bring this camera up here. The main reason, though, why I am live streaming, aside from not wanting to edit videos, this is true. Bad Luck Puppy, having comments. And look, I think as long as you have a good community of people who are like reading the comments and being helpful, like all of you have been today, like that's perfectly fine. That's awesome. I think it's when you get bigger and you start getting know-it-alls that it can get a bit hectic. So if I go to my earn page, you will be able to there's nothing here that you shouldn't see. If you have a look at this little bottom tab here, I have reached, a fair amount of subscribers. I'm good now. Shorts, I love doing shorts for work, but hate them doing for recreation. But my public watch hours, and this is going to go down a lot because I have not uploaded in a while. And so if I don't get on top of my game, then it's going to start going down even more. But I have 712 public watch hours out of the 4,000 needed for them to review and potentially make me monetized. So that's why I'm doing live streams, because this goes on for more than a 10-minute video, and this will be for you watching, and then people will come, probably potential viewers in the future, watching this as well. Yeah, I saw, but it's funny because it's like 1,000 hours less, which I'm like, that is a lot less technically, but also I haven't even reached 1,000 hours, so it was like, oh, cool, exciting, but also, nah. And the thing is, I'm most worried about, especially with YouTube, with shorts, right, is if I did shorts just to get monetized and then stopped doing them, that they'd demonetize me afterwards because I wasn't reaching the public hours or getting the views and engagement for it. Where live streaming, I feel like if I actually got the hours for live streaming and then had monetization and stuff enabled, that would be awesome. And that would probably, like, if I got super chats on here and it talked to you all and I would have badges and stuff, that'd be really fun, actually. That gets me really excited, that thought. So, yeah. Loso, hello, my friend. You just caught us at the end of the stream. Unfortunately, I know this is a weird time for a lot of people around the world. For me, it's evening. It's the kind of free time I have during the day to do this for myself. But I will probably chat for another 7 minutes. Dan, that has now been sent to you on the Git. You can pull that down. Yeah, chat. You know what? Let's talk for a little bit more, and then we'll finish off the stream. So, tell me how you're all going. How maybe we'll put the OBS over here. Does this look more natural? Let's bring it down here. How's this? That's the best one, I think. But we'll move chat to the other side so I can see and read it all. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, Dan, what I was originally thinking of doing is live streaming, but also recording all the footage at the same time, and then turning it into a video. But yes, no, please, Dan, go have lunch, enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you for stopping by and being a fellow support member of my journey here. And hopefully, I'm very keen to see what you do as well on your end. Like, part of me wants to watch you work on it, but at the same time, it's very exciting just opening a project and be like, whoa, it's that same like past the project feeling. But enjoy your lunch. Cosmic Quake, thank you for stopping by and saying hello, and I'm glad I could answer your questions. If you have any more, let me know. Goodbye, Cosmic Quake. And yeah, I'm going to sit here in silence until someone else in chat says something. And if it's going to be like the teacher, like, you know, when they're like, all right, any questions? All right, I'm going to give you all like 1 minute to say something. If you don't say anything, then we're ending, or like, you know, whatever. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And I think there's only 4 of you in the chat or viewing. Which, you know what? People might think that's not much, but for me, that means a lot. 4 people. That's like 4 people in a room. That's usually more friends I have in a room at once. So Sithis, thank you for the comment. You just comment in emojis, don't you? You don't actually say anything. Okay, so what I will do... My mic wasn't there, I'm sorry. Here I am. For those of you who may not know, Dan, he is a wonderful game dev YouTuber. He has some awesome video projects. He's tagged in this video. If you read the description, you can put in his name, go to his channel. Watch his stuff, subscribe to him, follow him. He's a great guy. Also, I don't get demoted on as a cameraman to Night's Watch. If you are watching Night's Watch, then you'd know the last video that I was in it. I was in it. Literally, plus I was in all the other ones. What are you talking about? What? 90% of the time. Oh, you Night's Watch viewers don't even watch the content that regularly then. I'm away for 2 videos because I'm working on like Shadowversity edits. And then all of you are like, oh no, Nathan, he's not part of the channel anymore. No, he's out, he's gone. Well, no. I'm doing other stuff and I appear again in other videos. Just sometimes the topics aren't interesting to me and therefore I have nothing to say. And so instead, I sit in silence as my co-hosts talk away. Anyways, you're talking about other stuff. I'm talking about game dev. Go watch Dan. Go watch our other collabs I've done. Sorry, I had some lemon lime bitters this evening, so a little bit gas. Go watch our other videos. Hopefully, okay, I'm planning on doing this. Whenever Dan gives me the project, I'll be doing it that next following Thursday, depending on time he gives it to me on Wednesday night. Probably not going to be doing it, but the plan is, however frequently Dan gives me his projects, I mean, I'd like it to be once a week, maybe. If not, I might do a Coco live stream instead. That will be fun. But yes, also I am there most of the time. Most of the time. But yeah, I guess thank you all for watching. Thank you all for engaging and helping me. If you know anyone else who might be interested in this sort of stuff, then let them know. And if you have any ideas as well as how we can grow, you know, make live streams more interesting for you, stuff like that. So Sithis, you're doing the emojis again without actually typing anything. Yeah, let me know, and if you're watching this in the future, comment down below your thoughts and feelings and everything. But not too much, you know. You don't want too much information here. So, but yeah, thank you all for, Cosmic Quake, I will stream. Next week, similar time. If I don't have the Pasta project again, then I'll be working on Coco Loco instead. That's the deal, okay? Unless I'm too dead tired, in which case I might just reschedule it to like the week after or whatever else happens. Actually, because I'm going away soon. What am I doing? Okay, so next week, the week after, no stream. But yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you